Hey y'all, it's Shania, and I am back with another word. Listen, the word for today is don't let the weight of what you're going through make you lie to God about the place where you're in or push you away from Him. Listen, I had this dream last night, you guys, that I went to a concert with some of my old friends. Now, when I say my old friends, these are people that I don't even deal with anymore. People that um, we fell out a while ago over differences in uh, commitment, differences in the way that we give to each other. I give my all, and sometimes people don't give that same thing to me. I give my all to people, and I'm always there to cheer them up and love on them and encourage them, but I don't get that same thing in return all the time. So we fell out. This is years ago. By the dream, I went to a concert with them, and you can tell that we were this wasn't taking place like back in the day when we were fine. This was taking place now, and you can feel like we had reconciled. And I remember leaving the concert with one of my friends, and she was giving like a nasty attitude, and I had told her to follow me out, and I was like, "Come on, babe," and whatever, and I was following her out, and we went to the car. We got in the car, and as we were riding down the road, she was like, "And don't call me babe. Like, I don't like that." I was like, "Okay." And I tried to explain to her, I was just calling you babe because I call my baby babe. Like, babe is just like a term of endearment for me. So before I could really explain anything, I was like, I was just calling you babe. And she was like, "Oh, like, here you go. Like, you ain't gonna never change. You always the same. Like, you always have to keep going and going about stuff." I'm like, so I just be quiet, and I'm like, "Bro, let me just hurry up and get her out of this car so I can go home." The thing about it is, we're riding down the road. Before I can get to the stoplight, she jumps out of the car. So I'm like, crazy. Now, something even crazier happens. I don't even stop the car for real. Like, I slow down, but I slow down enough, like, for me to run out the car and try to close her door. Now, the car is still rolling down the road, but I jumped out and I go around the other side of the car to close her door. When I go around to the other side of the car, a guy jumps in the driver's seat, and because he's in my seat now, I have to jump in the passenger seat. And he's like, "What you doing? What's going on with the car?" I'm like, "Nothing. I just had to close the door because my friend, she jumped out of the car, da da da." And now this man is questioning me about my integrity and what I got going on. So he's like, "Oh, maybe you this ain't safe, da 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 da. Are you sure you got your license? Let me see your license. Are you sure you got," like, questioning me. So I'm reaching through my bag. I'm looking through my stuff, like, honestly trying to validate that I'm okay. I have everything that I need, but I cannot find my license nowhere. Can't find my license, so I'm rummaging through my bag. He like, I don't trust whatever. So mind you, he in the car with me, but he's driving. He's driving. He don't know where I need to go, but he's just driving, like, whatever. And I'm just like, "Sir, everything is okay. Like, I'm good." So we get to this empty parking lot, and I was like, "Listen, I'm just about to go home. I just left a concert, so and so and so." And he goes, I don't know, he meets up with his family. His family comes to the parking lot, and they're walking all together, they whatever. And they come over to me and they're like, "Well, you listen, it's my dad's birthday, and because he had to stop and help you out, now you've ruined his birthday, and now, like, what are you gonna do about it?" Now, y'all, follow me. This is a dream. Just follow me, y'all. Okay, it's gonna make sense at the end. So I'm like, listen, I don't have no money. I don't have anything on me. I don't know what you expect for me to do for your man, for him. I do apologize if I ruin his birthday or whatever. So so he's like, "Well, you gonna have to pay all of us or something. Like, we for us to do all this stuff, it done took time away from me and my family." So I'm like, "I don't have any money." These people ride with me to my house just so I can get them some money for, I guess, taking up their time. So I'm like, whatever. I just want to be done with this. So I go to my house. We ride all the way to my house, and it's so weird. I'm feeling overwhelmed, and I was like, "Jesus, just please help me out in this. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why this is happening to me." today, but please just get me out of this situation. So we get to my house, and it's late. It's late at night. So I'm walking the house. I don't even notice that they're walking in my house behind me. Him and his family going in my house, going in the refrigerator. Now me again, even in my dream, I still live with my mom. So he going in my refrigerator, they're going through my stuff, getting little drinks, getting all these darn things and stuff. And I walked to the back of my house so I can go um get my money. I didn't have no money for real. I only had a car, so I'm like, I'm gonna have to ride to the store, get some money, ride with them, get some money, then come back. But once I'm walking past the room, I saw my mom was sitting up in the bed. I was hoping she didn't see me. So I walked back past after I got the card, and I heard her be like, Shania. And I just hoped that wasn't her, so I just kept walking. And she walks out behind me. She was like, what's going on? What's happening here? And I remember like they were all sitting at a table, and I sat down at the table when she came up. And she was like, what's going on? Because something ain't seeming right. And my mama is very intuitive. Now, I was about to lie to her. I knew in my spirit I was about to lie and be like, nothing's going on. These nice people, just wanted to bring me, to follow me home after so-and-so happened and da-da-da-da. Just so she wouldn't worry and get overwhelmed. My mama's very intuitive, though, in real life. So while she was like, something's going on, da-da-da, I saw some words come across her shirt. Her shirt was a plain shirt with nothing on it. But immediately as I got the urge to lie and act like nothing was wrong, only words that I saw was lies crumble. And the meanings of it, I could not get all of that it said. But it said lies crumble. And it put something in my spirit that if you start to lie right now, everything that you say and people's interpretation of you is going to crumble. Not only is your reputation and the way people view you going to crumble, but it's not going to solve the situation. So I was just like, when she finally stopped talking, I said, my mom finna tell you the truth. And as soon as I said that, the people at the table, they were like, oh, no, and they started talking over me. And I realized I was so scared to tell the truth. But as soon as I started to realize that I'm telling the truth to my mama, who has my back, who will defend me, and she will realize that this is just like a scam and just really stupid. As soon as I said, Mama, I'm gonna tell you the truth, they started to get up and want to walk towards the door like they finna leave. And I realized in that moment, oh, y'all realize that y'all ain't gonna get no money if I tell my mama what the situation is. Y'all realize that it's gonna be something different if I tell my mama. So I told my mama what happened. Now they all leaving. They get their stuff. They getting out. It's no nothing. And it was a couple of things that caught me in that dream. For one, I always think about those friends that I used to be close with, and the fact that, gosh, I wish that we can be friends again. Gosh, I wish that things would have been different. I wonder if I hit them up today, will things be different? And I'm not saying that dream was saying that I can never be friends with them again, but I knew what the substance of our relationship was then. I know that they don't have the faith in God where I have faith in God. That they do not value me the way I value them. That they don't love the way I love, and that I was consistently giving, consistently pouring, and consistently being so much. And I wasn't receiving anything back. And I was always complaining to God. But yet in this moment right here, now that I'm not around them, I still, have these urges to make sure that they're okay or whatever. And I think that God is saying, don't turn around and don't look back. You know the problems that you were having the first time. You know the issues that you couldn't be solved within these relationships the first time. You know you was giving more than you could receive. You knew that they was coming to you about problems that they wouldn't even come to me, God, about. You knew that they didn't have the faith, didn't have structure, don't have the consistency that you have, and that's gonna stunt your growth. And I didn't realize this until that it was so serious till I had this dream. So that's one thing that I noticed. The other thing that I noticed is that when you get out of your position, especially when life pushes you so hard to where now you get out of your position, you get out of the driver's seat, you don't realize that you're leaving space open for the devil to get in the driver's seat now. I was so overwhelmed about her just getting out of the car, and I was angry. I wasn't even thinking about putting the car in park. I wasn't even worried about getting to a safe place. I just got out of the car and so I can close that door. But in reality, I have to realize that me being so abrupt and not thinking will make me move will put me in an unsafe situation, but it will also leave the door open for the devil to come in and start to intimidate me, start to make me question myself, start to make me question my judgment, start to pick me apart. This man was literally picking me apart in my own car. Are you sure? Or you must not have no license. Da, 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 da. This is how the devil will do. You will be so overwhelmed in your life. And then you will step out of character. And at that moment that you step out of character, God or the devil will start to pick you apart. Like, oh, you must not be a Christian like you say you're a Christian. You must not love God like you say you do. Look at you already falling into temptation. Look at he will start to pick you apart, and then want to pull you to do what he's telling you to do, because he feel like he already got you entangled in a snare. He feel like, okay, they so doubtful of themselves. They don't like themselves so much. They can't even see how God is still working in them. So let me manipulate them into doing what I need them to do. You might as well continue being bad. You might as well continue lying and being sneaky and all these things, because shoot, you already started. Let's continue to do it. So the last thing that this dream helped me to realize, and it took me all day to really get the meaning of this dream. I was asking God about it. But the last thing it helped me realize is that the one thing the devil wants you to do is not go to God about the problem. The one thing the devil really wants you to do is to not say anything, to hold back when God is really trying to firmly ask you what's wrong with you. See, the thing about my mama, again, I told y'all she's intuitive. But the second thing about my mama is that when her kids are not in the house, she don't sleep well. My mom, I could be out somewhere at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. If my mama don't see me back in that room or back in my bed or whatever, she's going to text me saying, "Are you okay? Where you at?" She's going to make sure that she got eyes on me, that she know my location, that she knows where I am. Not literally my location, but mama, she needs to know that I'm okay. And that's the same thing. It helped me realize that God does the same thing. When you are not where you need to be, when you're not around the people that you need to be around, when you've moved way far off from him, it does not feel good in his spirit for you to be off and away. And one thing you cannot do is lie to him and act like everything's okay, or try to avoid the situation. Try to avoid him and handle it all on your own. The thing about it is, I didn't realize until I realized I got to tell my mama the truth. I didn't realize that she was the reason that the devils went away. She is the reason that they didn't have anything on me. That they immediately got intimidated. That they immediately started feeling fear, because they knew that she was gonna figure them out in a way that I couldn't. In a way I was scared of it. A situation that was nothing, I was scared of it. But they knew that they couldn't get it past her. And that's the same thing with God. Listen, when you start talking to God about situations, when you start putting God in your business, when you start going straight to God about your circumstances, listen, your demons are going to tremble when he get into it. They're not scared of you because you're scared of them. A lot of your demons, a lot of your overwhelm, you're scared of it right now. But God, they know what it is when it comes to him. So they are not, listen, if you tell him what's going on and be honest, I wanted to lie. I wanted to be like, you know what, I got it on my own. I'm going to give him this money, even though I really don't have it to give. I'm going to just do it so that I can be done with this. I had the worst day. You know, I went to this concert. The concert wasn't that great. My friend just being stupid. This guy it's like, this day was the worst day. I'm just trying to get it over with. But once I realized, you know what, it's not about getting the day over with. It's about me understanding that, you know what, in all of this, I can still call on God. I can still call on God. I can center my focus on him. And once you center your focus on him, and once you include him and not try to lie to him or push past your situation, you'll realize, you know what? I'm good. I ain't got to worry about nothing. He got this. All the fear that I had, excuse me, y'all, all the fear that I had dwindled away as soon as I said, you know, Mom, I'm going to tell you the truth. And in that moment, I hadn't even said anything yet. But I felt like, oh my gosh, like, they got scared. So, y'all, look, again, first and foremost, don't ever try to go back to relationship situations that already showed you exactly what they were, just because you're in a season where you feel like you're missing it, you're missing out, or you're thinking about them. You already know what the fruits of the spirit were. You know what the character of these people or things were. You know what it was. So don't go back to something that you know wasn't fulfilling you in the first place. The second thing is, don't move out of your position because you're overwhelmed with life. Don't give the devil room to get in the driver's position just because you're overwhelmed with your situation. Don't be getting out of character. Don't be cursing and going off. Don't leave the faith. Don't start to fear. Don't start to be anxious or overwhelmed about your situation, because that leaves the devil room to come in and start tearing you apart. And last but not least, tell God the truth about how you're feeling and what's going on. Because as soon as he understands how you're feeling, he's going to make your demons and devils tremble, because he's going to start to fix your circumstance. And you're going to feel the fullness of him. Listen, I love you guys. I hope that you took something from this. Have a great rest of your day.